Let's talk about the Dread Pirate. Hey everybody, it's Mitch, and welcome to my next Dungeons & Dragons 3.5 video. And today, we're going to be talking about our boy, the Dread Pirate from Complete Adventurer. What we're going to be talking about today is first, we're going to be talking about what is a Dread Pirate. Then we're going to talk about how you become a Dread Pirate. Then we're going to talk about what you get as a Dread Pirate. And finally, we're going to talk about how good the Dread Pirate is and how you might use it in a build. So let's get started. All right, so the Dread Pirate. What are they? Well, to some, they are thought to be the scourge of the sea. They're pirates. They go out pirating, plundering booty, all that fun stuff. These guys are typically the captain of their ship. They're typical pirates out there killing and stealing and looting and all that fun stuff that you see pirates doing. They're very typical pirates as you think of them. There's not really much more to say about them, really. They steal booty, they sail the seas. They're pirates. Through and through, that's what they are. Now that we've talked a little bit about what a Dread Pirate is, not much to say. If you don't know what a pirate is, I don't know what to tell you. So let's talk about what it takes to become a Dread Pirate. First off, non-lawful. Makes sense. Pirates aren't really ones to follow the rules. They're pirates. So yeah, non-lawful makes a lot of sense. Base attack bonus +4. Makes sense to martial class. So yeah. Skill requires 8 ranks of appraise and 8 ranks in profession sailor. So some interesting ranks, as well as 4 ranks in swim and 4 ranks in use rope. It requires 2 feats, both quick draw and weapon finesse. Not terrible feat. Quick draw is not the best, but it's really not bad. So not bad feats at all. And weapon finesse is one you're almost certainly going to want if you're in this prestige class. And it also has a special requirement. You have to own a ship worth at least 10,000 gold. It doesn't matter how you obtain the ship, but you have to be free to sail it on the open sea. So whether you bought it, whether you stole it, whether there's some shenanigans involved, doesn't matter as long as you can sail it freely on the high sea. And that is what it takes to become a Dread Pirate. Now that we know what it takes to become a Dread Pirate, let's look at what you get as a Dread Pirate. First off, D8 hit dice. Pretty solid, really. They also get a good base attack bonus. They get a good reflex save, but a bad fortitude and will save. Not the best with saves, but good base attack bonus is nice. They also get a pretty solid skill list, although notably diplomacy is missing. That's notable for some skills that we're going to be talking about here in a bit. Otherwise, it's pretty solid, and 6+ int in terms of skills, so that's not bad. They also gain weapon and armor proficiency, so they're going to gain proficiency with all simple weapons as well as with light martial weapons, as well as with light armor. So that's pretty solid, but they don't gain any proficiency with shield. Honestly, with what they get, you're not going to want shields. They get an ability called Seamanship, which lets them add their class level to their profession sailor check, which is pretty solid, and they can also, the rest of their crew can add half their seamanship bonus to their own profession sailor check, so not bad. And they get 2 weapon fighting, so whenever in light armor or no armor, they're treated as having the 2 weapon fighting feat, whether they qualify for it or not, which is really nice. Now, they also at 2nd level gain what's known as fearsome reputation, which gives them a +2 to either diplomacy or to intimidate, depending on whether they are an honorable pirate or a dishonorable pirate. So that really affects things, and that's where I talked about the diplomacy, because you get a bonus to diplomacy but not the class skill, so that's a little weird. It's not the worst thing in the world, and that choice of whether to be honorable or not actually makes a big difference. So if you're an honorable pirate, you're going to get different class skills than if you're a dishonorable one, not just this one. This is going to affect things later, and it doesn't have to match your alignment either. Now, if it doesn't match your alignment, that can cause roleplay problems, and your DM might have to step in and change your reputation, but it doesn't necessarily have to match depending on how you play this. So you can be a dishonorable good pirate, and you can be an honorable evil pirate. Those both are options. Although, as I said, if you go with those, there's a decent chance your DM might have to change things depending on how well you're able to actually roleplay that in a believable way. Now, an honorable Dread Pirate at 3rd level gains an ability called Rally the Crew, which gives them a bonus to a bunch of things. It gives them a bonus on their saving throws against charm and fear effect, as well as a bonus to attack and damage rolls. And what's cool is if you're a bard and you have Inspire Courage, this will stack. So your bonuses from Inspire Courage will actually add to your bonuses for this, but only for attack and damage, not for the saving throws. But that's not bad, and doing that doesn't use a bardic music attempt, so pretty nice. And this is a free action to use as well. And the last lasts for 1 minute per class level, which is honestly pretty solid. It is only once per day though, but free action, so not bad at all. Now, a dishonorable one, they gain sneak attack. Oh, so in the honorable one, their bonus goes up to +2 at 7th level. And then the dishonorable one gets sneak attack at 3rd and 7th level. So not bad, an extra d6, and it will stack with any rogue sneak attack. It's exactly the same as rogue sneak attack. Now at 4th level, they get something known as acrobatic charge. This is actually really nice. Basically, it lets you make a charge despite rough terrain, allies being in the way, or even you doing crazy stuff like making jump checks and all sorts of stuff. So you can do a lot of different weird things in the middle of a charge, leap down from a higher deck, swing between 2 adjacent ships. Like, it's some pretty crazy stuff. You can do all sorts of stuff. Now you might have to make other check in order to actually get the movement, but it won't prevent the charge, which is really nice. It's actually really big, especially if you don't have flight in your campaign. And you can go through allies, which is huge. Allies getting in the way can always be really annoying. This really helps with that. At 4th level, he gets steady stance, which means he's not considered flat-footed while balancing or climbing, which is pretty nice. And he also can add his class levels to his balance or climb checks, depending on what he's doing, which is really nice. That can be very helpful. He's very sure-footed, and he only adds that when he takes damage for his roll to see if he can continue climbing or balancing. But still, that's pretty nice. At 5th level, an honorable dread pirate can use Luck of the Wind. They can reroll any failed attack roll, skill check, ability check, or saving throw once per day. Although, and this is a failed one, so this is after they know it's failed, they can reroll it. Although, if it ends up being worse after on the reroll, they have to accept the new reroll, whether it's good, bad, or ugly. But that's still pretty nice that you get an extra chance at 1 failed roll per day. Now, a dishonorable pirate, what they get is Scourge of the Sea. This basically allows them to make intimidate checks against multiple foes at once. So basically all foes within 30 feet. And it's going to last for a number of rounds equal to their charisma modifier, which is pretty nice. It is a mind affecting ability though. At 8th level, they gain skill mastery for most of their important skills that they use, those being balance, climb, jump, and tumble, which are all really useful skills and things that are going to be often used with your acrobatic charge, so very nice. At 9th level, an honorable pirate gets Fight to the Death, which when they're using their Rally the Crew ability, the one that's similar to the Bardic Inspiration, they get to add a few extra things whenever they do that. They gain temporary hit points equal to 10 plus the pirate's charisma modifier, which is decent, especially seeing as this can affect multiple people, and maybe some of these guys aren't very strong, so this can actually be a decent amount of health. They also gain a dodge bonus to their armor equal to the charisma, minimum 1, and they're treated as having the Die Hard feat even if they don't meet the prereq, which can be really nice. The fact that they can continue fighting even at negative HP, really good. And this is just a bonus tacked onto another ability that they already have. Now, a dishonorable pirate, they get something interesting. They get Motivate the Scum, and how that works is they kill somebody in front of their crew. Then for the next 24 hours, their crew gets a +2 morale bonus on damage rolls. A catch with this is if the person that they kill happens to be a member of their own crew, it's actually a +4 morale bonus on damage rolls, although they're going to all take a -2 to will saves during that 24-hour period. It is for as long as this effect, so if they lose the bonus, then they'll also lose the penalty. Pretty solid, and these are all extraordinary abilities. Literally everything these guys get is an extraordinary ability, so it's pretty hard to undo these effects. Then at 10th level, they gain an ability called Pirate King. Now, Pirate King basically gives you leadership, but only the follower part. That's really what it does, so that's kind of cool. I'd imagine this would stack with leadership as well, so if you had leadership, you get double followers, so that's kind of cool, I guess. You don't get a cohort. I mean, if you had the feat you would, but not bad. So that is what the Dread Pirate get. Let's talk about how good they are. As far as martial builds go, it's not bad. It's got a solid chassis, good base attack bonus. It also has a lot of skills. Its entry requirements aren't terrible. I mean, Profession Sailor isn't the best thing in the world, but I mean, if you're a pirate, it's probably something that's going to be handy. So not bad. It's a pretty good prestige class all in all. How it works really depends on whether you want to be honorable or not. I'd say honorable, you probably want to get in with Bard and Fire fighter. Whereas if you were dishonorable, maybe rogue and fighter would probably be your best bet. I would say fighter either way, just because, you know, good base attack bonus, and you're probably going to want to be focusing on combat a lot. Probably a dex-based fighter would be the way to go, I would say. Absolutely. 2-weapon fighting, very nice to have. Now, you might want to, you know, grab some more feats on that, or maybe you just go pure rogue and get in with this, and then you just have sneak attack and we're able to save a feat by going in with this. Yeah, you have to grab quick draw, but that's not really the worst feat in the world, so this actually could be pretty good, and it's got a good base attack bonus, gets you a little bit of sneak attack. Pretty nice little feat. I could see it working pretty solidly. Is it the best in the world? No, but pretty good. So yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I always love hearing from you. If you enjoyed the video, consider giving it a like, maybe subscribe to the channel for more D&D 3.5 content, and ring that notification bell so you never miss out on a video. Also, down in the description below, I have a link to my Discord as well as to my Twitch. Definitely check that out, and if you join the Discord, grab your rolls. But anyways, as always, I'm Mitch. Seeing ya.